or there's a new meta when it comes to getting the lunar thing open. And now this isn't really something that I think is known by a lot of people. Now the lunar track obviously can give you amazing rewards, especially if you are trying to get the moon blossom at its low 2.5% chance. But this strategy is going to allow us to both absolutely farm these, but additionally I'm going to be going over this strategy and the two other ones, and soon to be third other one, that we're going to be using to optimally farm this in the last week that we have to grind it. Now starting off with the way this game mechanic works. So whenever you want, every hour there's going to be a new night event, 33% chance to be a blood moon obviously. And if you are wanting to track the stock, if you are wanting to hop on, if you are just wanting to like AFK or whatever, you can come on in to my Discord server, which will be linked in the description. We have a notifier that'll tell you what's gear and fruits are in stock. Now what we're going to be looking at is this track. So whenever you fully defeat it, by the way, you're going to have to spend half a freaking billion to reset this. So this obviously is pretty expensive, but now it might be worth it obviously for those who can grind it. But what we're going to do is start off by resetting it, and then I'm going to be showing you the main system. Oh, that's expensive that we're going to be using. So we are going to be using all of these, and I'm going to be giving these in individually. Now what these are is, as you see, whenever you talk to it, take moon mutated plants. So now pretty much what this means is we no longer have to solely rely on the lunar mutation, as the blood one also contributes, but it also has a better, higher value. Now if you are wanting to win the giveaway, I am going to be giving away chicken jockeys. I have a few of these on my alt accounts that I farmed when the event came out, and if you're wanting to win these, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to enter, and comment your username down below. Now what we're going to do is, obviously event's about to start, but I'm going to hold these out, and I'm going to see this one blood lit moonlit, so it has two. Take this plant, and we're going to get 8 points from that single one. Now if I want to, speed this process up, I can say take all moon mutated, and we're going to get 183 points just like that. Now that 183 points is going to carry us through the track, and I'm going to show you exactly how I was able to obtain these really fast, and the method that you should obviously be taking advantage of whenever it comes to these. So thank you, thanks for the extra thing. 8 lunar points, perfect. Now we have all of these seed packets, so I'm going to open these up real fast. I'm also going to check the stock real quick, which obviously, so as you see that, now what we're going to do is taking advantage of these staffs right here. So these night staffs, so these night staffs, that's not a night staff. Okay, we got a glow shroom, that's a night seed packet. Okay, so it's a, let's see, night staff, perfect. Okay, so what we're going to be looking at, got another moonflower. I think I have one more, right? Yeah. Okay, starfruit, perfect. Okay, so obviously what we're going to want to do is get better value out of these. So like this one right here is going to give us a lot more points. So I'm going to be quickly come on over here with that single one. No, it's only one, and it's a cacao. Take all moon mutated, and that one's going to get me 6 points. And now I'm going to show you how you can optimally set up your garden for this. Now the reason why, as you see, we just got notified, why I'm explaining you should need to optimize both your garden and the plants you have in it is a perfect, obviously you should go to the Discord server, because this will allow you to get on whenever there are better things, so that you can get these better fruit, these better plants, especially if you are struggling to get better plants. Now one thing to note is the higher the plant value itself, the higher value it's going to be for the trade-in, meaning obviously you can't just like spam a bunch of carrots down and have those trans of things, because those are only going to be one, and if you only get 5 per night, you might as well have better ones. So that one right there is going to be 4 or 5, just like that, and that is going to be one from the blood moon. Now another thing we're going to look at is obviously your pets and all that, but if you are wanting to look at all of the pets and how to optimize your pets to make sure you have the right one, you can head on down to the description to my website, where you can find all of the pets in the game right now, events, how they're obtained, and all this stuff. This link will be in the description on my website, so you'll be able to check all of the pets, which one you should get, and I'm going to be showing you the ones that I prefer you should get. Those are really good. My website in general, if you just have information you're questioning about the game. I am still building this though, so obviously note for some bugs or some pages to be missing, but you should definitely check that out. So whenever you are setting up your thing though, you can still use the sprinkler glitch obviously, but the sprinkler glitch, once again, obviously only works when you're offline. So currently we are literally working on making a macro for this game that's going to completely automate the game entirely for you, including auto farming both the blood moon, auto buying seeds, auto collecting, auto selling, auto anything really. It'll be able to fully automate that. So make sure you join my Discord server, and I'll keep you posted on that in our progress, because we are finally very close to releasing this. Now though, what you're going to do is basic AFKing obviously, but once you have it set up your farm, you're going to have these things set up everywhere, and because once again, if you have those out, you're going to get points faster, then meaning you can get them faster and get more of them. So it's like return on investment almost. So now, whenever this event is in, obviously it's every hour, there's going to be the AFK method I'm going to be covering and the normal method. So starting with the normal method, it's going to be joining every hour, which obviously you can do by joining every hour. Now, do make sure though, if you are joining like at the start of the hour, that you join a public server, because if you're doing this in a private server, it's not going to have the event because you're starting like the server's being created before the event, even like after the event starts. So the server has to be active before the event starts in order to take advantage of this entirely. And then on top of that, when you are also getting these things, I'm going to quickly go trade in real fast. There are going to be pets that you should probably prioritize, which are going to be pets that can speed up growth of things around them. That way you have a better chance of getting the mutation on a newly growing fruit or plant instead of on one that's already like out. So I would recommend doing like some form of obviously automation for that, which obviously once again the macro is going to be really good for that. But if you can, the main strategy is going to be joining in every hour at the start of the hour and then farming that as many times as you can, especially if it is a blood moon and you obviously want to take advantage of any time a blood moon's in, because we got a lightning storm. Perfect. Some glow shroom, and then I think I got did I get a moon glow? Apple, corn, tomato, watermelon. That thing is huge. Oh my. Yeah, see, we're getting a lot more of these than usual. They also added to where you can ESP, see where it's at. So it's like one dragon in here. It's just like impossible to get to it. Hold on. Yeah, so I'm going to quickly take this over. The lightning storm's nice. And now the AFK method. Now there's two AFK methods. One of them is going to be using what's called, this is just so you don't have to use, if you don't want to use your own device. And then the second one is just going to be pretty much the basic level of AFKing. So the starting is pretty much what you're going to do is until obviously the macro comes out. This is the only way you can do it. Now, the more optimal way to do it would be obviously with the macro, but we're just going to, do what we can. And that's going to be pretty much just sitting right here and running it on a clicker. If you like, that's pretty much it. And then the second is going to be using what's called UG Phone. Now, UG Phone, I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but if you are wanting to set this up, what you're going to do is head on down into the description. Head on down into the description over to my website. It'll be like this. And there's information about UG Phone. It's pretty much an emulator that's going to be hosted on a cloud service. Now, if you sign up with this link on my website, it's going to be free for a bit. Obviously, it's not free forever, but you can get a good test of it, see if you like it or not, or if you're willing to pay for it. And you can then sign up with UG Phone. Now, once you've signed up and made your account, there's more steps to it. And pretty much what you're going to do is start by going over to the device page and clicking onto your device. So you should just click on it. It'll initialize connecting you to it. So we're going to come on over to the tool center. So in the tool center, this is where you're going to download like apps, not games, but apps and stuff. So we're going to search for auto clicker and we're going to get this blue one right here. So download it and then install it and then open it up. And then once you've opened it up, make sure you go on in and agree to all of its terms and allow device access so that it can actually like interact with the screen, because it is an auto clicker, so it'll have to be able to interact. Once you set it up correctly, you should get something like this. Now you should be able to close it out without an issue. So move this over and now come over to Game Center. This is obviously where you'll download games, and under RPG, Roblox should just be right there. So download that. If not, you can search it. Once that finishes downloading, make sure you install it. Okay, so once it is completed, clear this out and you should look something like this. So now we're going to go into Roblox and we're going to sign into our account. Okay, so obviously with that's not the only way to do it. That's just one of the ways to do it, and that's the way I do it. And as you saw, I was able to trade in for almost 200 lunar points right after restarting the track. So it's a really busted strategy. And plus, if you use my link, it's free. So you should definitely check that out. And once again, this isn't a sponsor, just something I really like using, and that's my link. So anyways, though, if this video did help you out, make sure to leave a like, and we'll see you on the next one.